Hello, my name is Mariana, and today this is a reading for the collective since we are experiencing the lunar eclipse in Pisces today. So we're arriving at this peak moment of a lunar cycle, which is, always so profound and so healing, also. But especially this one being in Pisces, it's so meaningful how Pisces has this connection to the depths of our subconscious and how it brings exactly what we need to see at the given time, right? And so this is the first of a series of eclipses in this axis of Pisces and Virgo. So that's also very interesting because there's going to be a shift in the collective, right? The coming 2 years. It's almost like the past 2.5, 1.5, 2 years, we're focusing on our ego and also our close relationships. But now moving into this era of Pisces and Virgo, it's like this shift to this transcendence, right? The transcendence of the mundane into this universal awareness, which is fascinating. So, yeah, because this is a collective reading, I'm trying to remember what was, my usual uh, introduction to each video. But since this is a collective reading, I'm doing it with my big combined deck of tarot cards and astrological oracle cards. So you'll see both of them in your reading today. Um, and when I sat down to pull cards, maybe you saw the little life update video that I just posted. Um, and maybe you know that I have been hermiting for, a good month after just feeling overwhelmed, really. So I just sat down here and I asked for a very soft and easy and gentle message to come through, which is exactly what is here. So I'm very grateful to the cards, to, my spirit guides for being gentle on me. Especially because I feel like it pertains also the message. It feels like it's part of the message. It wants to be very clear, it wants to be very precise, but also um, it's like it doesn't leave room for confusion, or it doesn't leave room for mm, the sense of overwhelm, right? That could potentially flare up, especially because, lunar eclipses are eclipses of full moons, right? And the full moon can, just bring about, these deep, deep emotions and bring to the surface everything that was hidden inside of our subconscious, which, the Pisces energy is so specialized, is so perfect to uncover and reveal all of that. And I'm just saying all of this because it's part of actually the very last part of the message here, that is talking about this revelation of the mysteries of the subconscious. So we're starting actually with the Ace of Swords. This card was bringing me this very clear, simple direction, right? It doesn't have, it's like there is no doubt about, which path to follow. There is this one direction to just keep on moving in that way, or in that it's like that pursuit, right? The pursuit of truth. This is what the Ace of Swords is bringing, but it's also pointing to this King of Wands. And what the King of Wands is saying is that the focus here, right, this search or this pursuit of truth should be focusing on your energetic field. So, focusing not just on your energy overall, but specifically like your mind, right? Because it's the crown, it's pointing towards the crown. It's like, how is your energy like in your crown, right? Or, maybe your crown chakra, maybe your connection to the divine. It's like, how has been, it's like, how have you been getting your nudges, your intuitive directions, your guidances, your like everything that somehow shows you the way, right? So it's like how that influences your motivation, your action, your decision, your creativity, your self esteem, perhaps, your self confidence. And I want to say that leads to this reassurance of the mind. It's almost like take care of your energetic field, especially in your crown, in your mind, in your head. And then the clarity will permeate this crown, right? Because we have the King of Swords coming next. So the Ace of Swords is, it's like it's inside your mind, it's within you. The truth is within you. So, but first, it needs to be, it's interesting, the word that is coming through is like it needs to infiltrate your energetic field. It's just making me think, it's like now, because I was picturing this sword moving forward like an arrow, right? Like an arrow being shot. So it's like from the inside out. But actually, right now, it's almost flipping, it's actually wanting to be the other way around. It's like this truth, it's like it's piercing your mind, but it's wanting to go through this energetic field. It's almost like this energetic field is your energetic boundary, right? I just learned that term yesterday, talking about like these personal boundaries, but also like how do you protect yourself energetically? How do you create these boundaries, these healthy boundaries, spiritually speaking or energetically speaking? And so, this is what this King of Wands seems to be translating or bringing about this visual, right? So, it's all about the crown, but there are layers so that this truth can pierce. And once it's here, it's like this certainty feels like it can blossom or it can be turned on, right? It's like turning this bulb inside of your mind. It's like this light bulb that is just being awoken or being uh it's like it's literally being turned on. This is what this sun is talking about. It's like the moment this simple truth, this simple direction touches your mind, it's almost like something awakens in you, that it's just bringing this certainty, right? It's interesting how the sun is, yes, it can bring the message of joy and happiness, but I feel like that's almost like this, what is the word? Byproduct, right? It's almost like a natural consequence of the certainty. So maybe with the King of Swords, you wanted to have clarity in regards to like your mental space, in regards to your mind, in regards to the specific direction, right? In moving forward. But here, it's almost like you gain more than just the light bulb. It's almost like everything inside of you is just lighting up. It's beautiful. And again, it's like the joy and the happiness, it's not what you were seeking, right? It's like you were seeking truth and clarity, perhaps. But here, it's almost like you gain that and more, because what this light bulb moment means or what it brings about to you, it's actually another ace, which is the Ace of Cups. So now, not only we have the Ace of Swords, but we also have the Ace of Cups, meaning, you know, the motion that I was seeing, in the beginning, that I mentioned how the Ace of Swords actually felt like this, motion or this movement or this indication that something from within was going, to the outside, but actually it was flipping on its head and then it was coming back inside. This is what the Ace of Cups is saying, right? Because you see here how, the Ace of Swords is pointing up and the Ace of Cups is pointing down. So in a way, there is this counterbalance, there is this exchange. It's like, maybe it's that very simple cliche, right? It's like whatever you pour outside, whatever you give, it's like it's what's going to come back to you. So if you are seeking truth, then what you're going to receive back, it is the truth, but it's like the truth in form of love, right? Which is so beautiful, because it feels like maybe you were expecting to receive kind of like this message in a very rational way, in a very logical way, in a very mindful way, but also uh, in a mental space or in a mental realm rather than in a heart realm, right? This heart space. So whatever it is that you are receiving, because that's what you've been putting out, right? It's like you have been seeking the truth, you have been asking for a gentle and simple direction in life, and what you receive back, it's like this, what I'm hearing now is like this new chance in love, right? But it opens up because there is a portal, right? The North Node. So, which is gorgeous because today being the lunar eclipse, we are sensing like this shift, from the recent eclipses that were in Aries and Libra with the North Node in Aries. And very soon, right, in the beginning of next year, beginning of 2025, the North Node is going to move into Pisces. So that's the reason why we're going to have all of the eclipses in these two signs, Pisces and Virgo, right? So I feel like for you and for us as a collective, it's like the answer, in a sense, right, for this seeking of the truth is going to come in the form of love, crossing through a portal of love, which is now reminding me of a reading that Cindy from Awakening to Spirit did a long, long time ago. I think that's actually when I found her. It was a Cancer reading where she channeled how Cancerians are the portals of love. And it was just such a beautiful, resonant message that just stayed with me and is with me to this day. Um, yeah, and so this portal of love is opening, right? And it feels like today, it's almost like this glimpse into the portal, especially because what's coming after this North Node is the moon, which is funny because if you see in the thumbnail, you realize that the moon is right underneath the sun, right? And it's beautiful because when we do have a lunar eclipse, it means that we have the sun and the moon in opposite signs, right? They are facing each other, right? They are illuminating each other. That's the reason why we're able to see the moon, even though, yes, there is an eclipse. So, very briefly, the moon is it's not receiving the light of the sun, right? And maybe that's the reason why we're all seeking this truth. It's almost like in a moment of quick shadow, which is also something that I forgot and now is coming back. When I saw this King of Swords, what I thought as kind of like this need for clarity was because there was almost like this it's like this remember the energetic field being kind of like the boundary that the truth needed to pierce in order to arrive into, your mental space. It's almost like that is necessary because maybe in an instant of doubt, maybe being kind of like this it's like this symbol for this momentary shadow of the moon, right? Because it's like the sun is being covered by the earth because it is a lunar eclipse. It's like that very quickly unveils something that it's opening up or it's just starting to open up, especially because it's like it's just an ace, right? Besides the sun and the moon and the kings, we have the two aces. And it's interesting how we have like these doubling of the energies. And I just recorded the reading with my twin sister, which is my double in a sense, right? So yeah, that's funny, just maybe a side note. But anyways, so it's funny how there is like this new beginning that wants to come, crossing this portal of love, but unveiling the mysteries of the universe. This is what I heard. And to my surprise, when I checked the bottom of the deck, this is a card that represents the universe. It's from the astrological oracle deck, and it just it came full circle. It's like it feels like this first part here on YouTube, it's just like this beautiful simple truth, which is the opening, or it's enabling the opening of this portal of love, and therefore the unveiling of these mysteries, right, from our subconscious, from our like emotional body, and from the universe, right? So, as I said, quick and easy and simple. So, I am going to pull more cards to see where this wants to go. And also, I'm going to pull, I was just looking for it. I'm also going to pull from the astrological rooms. So, if you want to go me there, I'll be very happy to see you in the extended. If not, I'll see you next time. Bye.